Good afternoon, everyone. As we may know, to give a great, excellent presentation, we count of elements. In this video, I'm going to talk about the type of elements that I think that are important for a presentation, from my point of view. First of all, we have to work with our audience, so interact with them, make them feel comfortable, let them know that we worry about the necessities that they have. So with our presentation, we're going to conclude their problems or let them be informed of something or motivate them, depends on what presentation we're going to give. The second element that I find very important is time. We have to control the time. We have to know how long it's going to be, what we're going to use for certain time. Because if we make a presentation that's too long, we could lose our audience and they could get bored. If we make a short presentation, maybe they don't get all the information and the objective that we're giving in this presentation. Third one could be the scene. So where we're going to give the presentation, know how much space we have, if we can move, if we can't move, if we can find a way to get a better communication with our audience by the scene, because depending of how we are built on the scene is how the audience are going to understand us. Visuals are very important in a presentation. Why? Because an image can help us to express ourselves even better or let the audience comprehend our speech better than if we're just talking to them. Videos are very, very helpful in a presentation because sometimes it's better to let them see how professionals or experts in the topic can explain it, and maybe that way they can find a better way of understanding it. The other one could be, another element very important is the structure that we're going to give of our presentation. Every presentation needs an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Why? Because an introduction lets the audience know what we're talking about, let them give like the basic idea of what we're going to say to them. The body is the part of the complete, where we give all the information, the expression that we're going to give them, all the information basically. And the conclusion is where they can ask us questions, they can solve their problems. So when we're giving the closure of our presentation. Asking questions. The audience have to ask questions. They can if they have doubts. This is great if they do have questions. Why? Because it shows that your audience is paying you attention. You know that you're getting feedback from them. You know if they're listening to you, if they've understand you correctly, if you've been using the excellent vocabulary and they are understanding you. This is why we need feedback, to know if we've been a good presenter or not. Also, if we're presenting, we have to have a good image. Why? Because I mean, if we're not going to just come up here and maybe be with messy clothes and everything. No, we want the audience to get a good image of us. We want them to maybe respect us or see us, admire us and stuff. In a presentation, we need a wow factor. Why? Because a wow factor may call the attention of your audience faster. It can bring them to life to your presentation, and this would be a great help for a presentation. Also, we can use, we've already said visuals, the scene. We need a great volume. We need a good strong volume, a good vocabulary, because we want our audience to understand it. We want them to understand the objective of our presentation. Also, I think there are much more key elements, but I find these the most important ones, in my opinion. From my point of view, these are the most important ones that we should all practice. Practice is also an element. Why? Because practice brings you to repeating and seeing how you can make yourself a better presenter. I hope you like my video, and thank you for watching.